Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome into a fabulous Friday. Real traders never trade alone. Y'all hear my kids in the background. They are out of school for a teacher's wink wink work day. Wink wink. We got DB in the house. We got Dwayne. We got Jim B. We got Matt Jolly Wally. We got Notional Ed. We got Robin. We got Vicky with a Y and VO in the house. How are y'all? And we had a great Muscadine Mafia session this morning with scalping, and we did something really different. We actually traded with real money. Now, we traded cautiously and we traded in the NQ, but over the course of about 2 hours, we hit our goal. Remember, our daily goal is 1,000 on NQ, or it's 100 on the MNQ on the micros, and we made $106. I think we had what, 13 trades, 12 of them were positive. So we did really, really good there on the scalping. And then we started scalping on the paper money account. And so we are up $720 on that. So we've had a great scalping session today. I'm just seeing it today, right? Let's see on how we're doing on the scalping here. We've done 13 trades here. Average time was 1 minute and 55 seconds. We were in a losing trade for a long time, 8 minutes and 52 seconds. We're 84% profitable. 11 out of 13 trades are profitable. So we've had two losing trades. The largest was $300, and our average losing trade was 190. So I'm seeing it. Now, I'm not going to get cocky and say I'm about to trade 5 of these NQ things, and go all ballistic and nuts and all that. But this is the ninth straight day that we have averaged over, let's say, either NQ or uh, MNQ, that we've averaged $100 or $1,000 a day for 9 straight trading sessions. So it seems to be working. I'm kind of the opinion that we may have too many indicators and things, but as Ed said, if it doesn't seem to be too much. It's like we're just looking at the same thing over, and I would like to do this. So yeah, in notional equivalent, as Notional Ed said, $100 in the MNQ is the same as $1,000 in NQ. So far it's worked out really, really good. I like going to these sixes. Let's see, and we've learned to do a bracket order thanks to Matt Jollywally. So it gives us a profit target, and it also gives us about a $300 loss as a stop if we so choose to take it. But a lot of times I'll move that stock further out and average in with a second contract. Let's see if we get filled here in the next few seconds. But this is really fun, y'all. Just really fun. And I didn't know, that I'd missed it this much. Just got to keep things small. Don't let your losers destroy an entire month's worth of trades. But if we could do on a real money account like we did today, if we could do $100 a day, that's, what, 50 points times $2 a point in the MNQ, that's $100 a day. That's 25,000, in excess of $25,000 a year. That ain't bad, just for Applebee's money. So we made enough money to take the family out to Applebee's today. So that's kind of cool. And I think what I might do with this account, it's only a $2,500 account. I may just draw that money out and just see if I can keep it, just keep paying myself $100 a day. Be nice to just give yourself a little $500 paycheck per week. Another reason, y'all, that we do like the NASDAQ futures is you get a lot of volatility. There's a lot of movement. Our president, who I did vote for, is bringing a lot of volatility to the markets, and it really is fun in NQ. But the other day when we had 29 on the VIX, this little dome here, or dome, whatever you call it, was clicking, baby. This thing was moving. And so, and the best thing that I've done is let price come to me. But one of the reasons we like futures is even though the average trade is 1 minute and 55 seconds, 60% of my profits are taxed as long-term capital gains, and you either get 15 or 20% taxation on those as if you had held them for a year or longer. So it's kind of like the real estate gains you get on holding property long term. You get a long term capital gains rate as compared to your ordinary income rate. So you get some savings there, and it's really good on those 1256 contracts. So we're having a lot of fun with that, and I'll probably try to squeak out another $280 today to see if we can get this up to 1,000. So that would mean if I had done both accounts, I could do 200 today, right? If I could done that, I mean, I should have done it in the MNQ and just kept on going, and I'd have another $72. So really, really cool. And I appreciate Matt for helping me set up the take profit and the stop loss on that. And so I think what we're going to start doing for our Muscadine Mafia members, it was so fun this morning. We had great conversations with Mark was in there, Matt Jollywally was in there, Dwayne was in there, and Notional Ed was in there, and there's just a few, but it was so fun doing it, and I think that if you guys want to gather together, most mornings, maybe around that 10:30 time. My friend Meyer told me that the first hour of trading, he trades a lot of it. He said he's very cautious because it is amateur hour, is the first hour of trading. So I normally let price settle down for about 10:30 Eastern before we start getting in with it. And that gives you plenty of time to get your $1,000 or $100, whatever you're trading, within about an hour and a half. And so I'm trading in the afternoon. I try not to trade the last 30 minutes of the day, particularly the last 15, because that's no man's land. I mean, it could take those huge institutional buyers come in and they have huge buy orders or sell orders at the close of the day, and you just don't ever know which direction that they're taking it. So, just keep that in mind if you're following along with this. It's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. So I appreciate y'all joining us. So let's see how we're doing. And one of the things that we used was this little chart right here to help us today. Our friend AD really is the culprit. AD's been hanging out during lunchtime chop here, but we did get some movement, even though the AD was relatively flat. We had AD as low as 398 when we were trading together, and it was at 411 and 413. VIX is at 22. We're enjoying the high VIX. I'd like to see that VIX get back up to 30 or so we can have some real movement. But NQ is doing what NQ does. AD leads. And then I showed everybody today, there was a time where AD was making a move up or down and price was not moving in sync. And then I said, that's why I was in a short trade, because AD was leading down when price was going up. And normally price will adjust eventually to AD. So AD is very strong today. Oh, I want to bring this up as well. Every trade that we took today, we need to look at this. Every trade that we took today, so we're at 1.71% here. We're up over 2% in the NASDAQ. Every trade that we took today was a bearish trade. And look at the chart. This is more of a trend type day. We had a gap open, right? And the gap never filled. Normally the gap will fill within 1 hour if we're having a range day, and then price just took off to the races. Now we're at lunchtime chop. Probably what we'll see is another run up a little bit. And then at the end of the day, there's a good chance you'll see a little bit of a pullback. But everything is right where it should be at the point of control. What is point of control, you say? That's where the most volume has traded at the last 10 days on the E-minis is right here. And we are fairly priced right at the point of control. Isn't that cool? Remember, nature doesn't like a vacuum, and there's always a gravitational pull to go to these areas and fill that. Volume did not have a chance to explore these areas, and there's always a pull there, but we are fairly priced. Let's look at the NASDAQ, our trading vehicle of choice, and see how she looks. She is also at her point of control. However, price is a little bit overbought. Overbought, meaning that we look for potentially a move to the downside. Again, though, even though there's a potential move to the downside in the next 10 days, it does feel some gravitational force and attraction to this area right here and here and here. Okay. Now, the very scary chart that we've seen is this ugly thing. And I'm blaming it on Ed and his big support of President Trump. uh, is this. Here's where we were like, okay, we think Trump's going to be good. Wait a minute. He's starting to talk about all these tariffs. We don't know about this. We got the Gulf of America, whatever. And then boom, tariff, 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 and tariff. And we have been in a tailspin ever since. And now we are looking at a little bit of a rest for the market. It looks like it is pulling up a little bit for the day. Does that mean it will pull up against this and then head on down? We don't know, but I think it's a lot of news driven out there. And I'm willing to give the president a little bit of slack and hope that these tariffs really work. He's talking about people making less than $150,000 a year paying no income tax. He does a lot of talk though. And some things you got to wonder, does he really mean it? Does he really mean that he wants to make Canada the 51st state? Does he really want to add Greenland to the United States? Is there a possibility of that happening? A lot of these things are really big and lofty goals that we don't know about. But I think it would be a tremendous thing if we could do away with income tax on family or an individual that makes less than $150,000 a year. That would be a really, really big win, which means that that money has to come into the government somewhere. They are cutting expenses for the government. That is good. I was a federal employee for almost 30 years before I retired. The cuts didn't affect me because I was in the judicial branch. I was not in the executive branch and not subject to the whims of the president. We had our own little thing, and we were the third branch is what we like to refer to ourselves as, the judicial branch. And we only took up 5% of the entire budget of the United States of America. So we were proud that we ran an entire third branch of government on less than 5% of the revenue of the government, which was kind of good. All right, so got a great day today. Let's see how our account's doing because it's been ugly to look at y'all lately. Right, so we're up $2,100 on the day. Got that net lick from 64,000 yesterday to over 66 today. That looks really good. Let's see what we've got. Let's see how bad our little put is doing. Probably be a good day to roll that little bug. So here he is at 21 days, right? This is when Tasty tells us to do it. It's at 61. We're at 75. Can we roll this little puppy? Let's see if we can do it. A quick roll. See if we can do this. To 28 days is a 22-cent credit. Let's see if we can go out a little bit more. Let's go out to 34 days, a 34-cent credit. What if we rolled him out 40 to 42 days? That's a 19-cent credit. Let's roll him out, 30 days. So 30 would be 51 days, and we get a little bit of a credit. Now, look at the bid-ask spread here. The mid is 32 cents. It's $1.20 at the net and $1.75 there. Could we maybe roll down the stripe? Could we say, what could you get for the seven? No, we want to roll to the 71. No, that would be a debit. So we're over to the 75. Let's see if we can move this over this way. Credit. Why's that going that way? Oh, I want to do it this way. 27-cent credit. I'm not a big roller. Let's see what this does. Uh-oh, I've got a TQQ order that must be changed. So let's go to working. And let's take this off. And so we've got a working order there. Let's cancel that order. Let's go back to trade. See if we can send that. We are filled. So it gives us a little bit of time, doesn't it? So we rolled that for a little bit of a credit. Now, it would be interesting to see can we, let's see, we're at 75 on our cost basis of 541 shares on a great up day with us up 6%, even though we've been in the cellar. It might be neat to see if we could sell not in this expiration. Glad we got filled there, but see if we can figure out where we can sell a call above our cost basis. Let's go to just not anything in let's say the 42 days. So here we go. Our cost basis again was 76. Ugh, just doesn't look good, does it? I mean, it's just you can't get enough credit to sell above your cost basis. That would be a 12 delta. I kind of hate selling something below my cost basis, but at the same time, I'd like to collect a little premium, because the problem is, I think, y'all, that we're going to have some more volatility in the market. So I think I may take about $1.28 here, sell a 21 delta, and just have a call in. And I mean, we've got 571 shares, so just one call is not going to kill us if we were called away at that. But I'm really happy to at least have something in here. And you know, the bad part is it's below our put that we currently roll, right? We rolled a 75. But I think I could take $1.28 to give us a little protection to the downside. So let's try that. $1.28. Let's try the mid price and review and send and get that in. Let's go to activity and do this. So we've got this. So let's go. At $1.33.
I'll take a break. You didn't even have to finish your food. You got on as fast as you could.
And let's go over here.
I finished my food.
They're gonna make me go down to that $1.29. I think.
Take a break, okay?
Boy, they keep going down on me. Look at this. And we are in. And I don't even think I'm gonna put a profit order on there yet. I'm not gonna put a profit order on my put either. We're just gonna let those go for a little bit, see how we're doing. So we're having a great day today. Eventually, all the accounts are up a little bit for the year, and we're down below 10,000 down on the one that we trade here all the time. So let's look at our hedges for the day. And our hedges with this, and this, and our risk analysis. And remember how we like to do this? We do this at 40%. Why 40%? That's what happened on August the 5th. And we go to our TQQQ and we change that to 60%. Because if everything else went down, so we got a $32,000 hedge. Nice. Very nice. A lot of you are probably upset, and I get questions about it on YouTube all the time. Bobby, how come your hedge isn't working? Well, it wasn't designed to work during this, right? It's designed during a crash. And what we've had is not a crash. It's a very, very, very slow but meaningful drawdown. And that's what we've got. We got 219 deltas, -66 theta, and 34 vega. All right, guys, great session today. We talked a lot about scalping. We talked a lot about our account, and I think everything's doing good. So y'all have a beautiful weekend. Get out and enjoy some sunshine. Hopefully where you're at, it looks like spring here, even though we're going to have storms tonight in Georgia. It's going to be a rainy night in Georgia. So I love you to pieces. Appreciate you. And I will see y'all Monday.